Hello everyone, and welcome back to Rise of the Rune Lords. Session 10 this time, because I actually know. And this week I have issues with pizza. Anyway, what happened last time, Ellen?
What happened last time? Last time our friends went shopping a little bit, um, bought some things, and found a ruin called the Old Light, theorized to be a. The old man said that other people think it's like 7,000, 6,000 years old, but it's probably 10,000 years old, according to him. Um, Also very tall. Used to have a light on top. Old man who is not peer reviewed well says probably was a weapon, but other people think it was a lighthouse. You climbed around on it, figured out that climbing is not the best that you're good at, and then you went and dived into the water from a safe distance without breaking your bones. You summoned some dolphins and you found a very, very evil um, string of pearls, spheres.
Beads,
And
you might say.
what?
Beads, you might say.
Beads, yes, beads on a string. You could not find out what it was, but it is definitely evil, very evil, and you tested out one of them beads and found out that it exploded into a 20, 40 foot diameter ball of fire. Wow. You collected your things and headed back up to the old light, and I now have talked about climbing on top of it and looking through the ruins. Yeah.
Yeah, we found a necklace of fireball.
An evil necklace of fireball.
Yeah.
Reha doesn't want to touch it.
Evil.
Evil. Also notably, if I get hit with fire damage, there's a chance they will all explode.
Not standing next to you anymore.
I feel like
Hey,
it's
don't
worth.
worry about it.
I feel like it's worth noting that I'm the one that will generally be in danger. Me and Pontus.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I got good saves. I'm a paladin.
Oh my!
Not standing next to you anymore.
Yeah, I'll be fine. Y'all will die.
I mean, Khan will be fine. Khan's like a while back anyway. Bow and arrow.
That's also true. Yeah, everyone near me will die, but I'll be fine.
I need to go somewhere else.
Tree should not be within fireball distance.
No. Yeah, we also
I need to move to a new town.
Yeah, we also determined that Yagados was probably the best one to be wearing it.
Reha refuses as it is evil.
Yeah.
She does not want
Pontus,
the
I think
evil
Pontus,
delete button.
I think Pontus didn't give a shit about it, and we're not giving the evil necklace of fireball to the tree, who's also evil. So double no. So double no. And uh uh there was a question about Khan,
Nah.
but no. Okay, cool. Yeah. Yagados has. I was like, it's like Khan. There's no reason we can't give it to Khan, but.
That's so mean.
Is it wrong?
It's wrong.
You're not evil?
Oh no, I'm very evil.
Okay. Are you not a tree?
I'm very trustworthy.
Well, that's not why we were giving it to you. You're evil and a tree. So we are not giving you the evil necklace of fireball.
Mhm.
Rude.
Oh, also, it has the symbol, the ancient Thessalonian symbol of wrath on it.
It's an evil wrath necklace of fireball. Freya's like,
it sounds
nah, folks.
Okay. Yeah, we object to giving the evil necklace to the evil character, and also your tree with fireball. That seems like a bad idea for your
Excellent.
safety. For your safety, that seems like a bad idea.
No.
Remember, this is for your safety.
This is simultaneously because we don't want you to have it, and for your safety. Because if it goes up, you're
Because-
gone.
Simultaneously because we don't want you to have it.
Here's the thing: if you get hit with fire damage, not only do you take more fire damage, you'll also explode for like 60 d6 or something.
Yeah, so all of the beads explode.
I mean, not if you only throw one.
No, if you get hit with fire damage, all of them go up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I
Is
mean,
that how
isn't
that
it
works?
So
isn't
the
it
way
Yeah.
that
a
it,
certain amount?
so
It
the
is
way
now.
the way that it works is that sorry, hold on. Nope, that's D&D, not Pathfinder.
Is it on your sheet? Did you remember to put it on your sheet?
I think I did, but I wanted to double check, just like all the wording in particular. The necklace is being worn or carried by a creature who fails their saving throw against a magical fire attack, which is why it's good on people who have good saves. Those are paladins. The item must also make a saving throw as well, with a base bonus of +7. If the necklace fails its save, all the remaining spheres detonate simultaneously.
Huh.
Yeah, and we have, if I remember, um,
All but the
a
strongest one, I think.
66. No, I think we have the strongest one. I think it's a 66 of 4d6 and 2d6 left. I have it written down. I'm just thinking. Hold on.
So this
Yes,
is the
one
reason we
large, two
don't.
medium, two small.
This is why we don't want to give it to the tree. Is that is
Yeah.
a lot of fire
so-
damage for a tree.
If you fail your save for fire damage, you will take 6d6, 4d6, 4d6, and then 2d6 fire damage. You still want it?
Yes.
You're not having it. You're not giving the evil necklace to the evil character. That's just a bad idea.
Sounds perfect.
Because also, you will take all that damage, and everyone within 20 feet of you will also take that damage.
Sounds perfect.
All right, so we give it to the tree and just throw them into as a giant bomb and just throw them into combat.
We light a torch, we put it on the tree, and we throw them. Molotov
It has to be
tree.
magic, so burning hands.
And we arrive back here with the intrepid heroes. I don't know what that word means, so I shouldn't use it. But the heroes.
Intrepid?
Yes, thank you for telling me that the word intrepid means intrepid.
No, I asked if it was intrepid that you were talking about because I
Oh,
didn't
I'm
know if
sorry.
I heard you
Yes,
correctly.
it was.
But okay.
It's okay. I don't know what it means either.
Means like brave and determined.
Oh, okay. The intrepid heroes are here at the tower. The
Wait,
old light.
wait. I'm not sure if that properly describes us.
I mean, okay.
I'm certainly intrepid.
Um,
The unpleasant heroes are around the lighthouse.
These
Wow.
gaggle
Oh
of
my
fucks.
Excuse you, I am not a gaggle. I don't even know what that is.
You're a gaggle.
It's a collection.
Of geese in particular, but
you threw the
Not a
bead
flock?
at you threw the bead at the
Cliff.
old light, right?
We threw it at the cliff next to the old light.
Cool.
I did. I want to specify that I did. So if anything bad happens, it's on my end.
Let's go.
I don't know, causing a huge explosion within city limits and stuff. Like,
We were on the beach.
We're on the beach.
Oh.
No one else
within
is
city
around.
limits. Uh-huh.
I have no counter for that.
Everything's
Everything's fine. Boring conversation anyway.
Oh, by the way, I just looked at my spells. I do have a fire spell, Burning Disarm.
Oh, right.
If I want to cast Burning Disarm on specifically the necklace of fireballs.
It will take my arm off, definitely.
And the rest of you.
And the rest, yeah, it will take the everything made of tree off of me. Which is all of it.
Don't worry, I can only cast it 6 times a day.
Oh, it's not a save.
So I
Though.
don't
Damn.
think I leveled up.
Nah, it's fine.
Are
If
we
you
sure
want,
it's fine?
yeah, it's fine.
Are we sure about that?
I mean, we have like 3 hours or something, so we gotta stop anyway. So
And we don't really have time to level up.
I mean, depending on the class, it's probably not that hard. I mean, I'm a paladin.
We
magus,
are
it's like, it
already
didn't take me that long.
recording. We should get into it.
Yeah, I know.
So, what
Oh,
do
I
you
know.
do?
It's just in the background, you could be leveling yourself.
What do you
Yeah.
do?
I just have to figure out what level I am.
I guess does the rest of the party come find us?
Yeah,
Are
yeah.
we level 2 or level 3?
You're level 2.
Two.
You
well,
are
then I'm
able
already
to
level
see.
2.
Okay, good.
You didn't fully
Yeah.
level.
I mean, I didn't fully level. How do I know? Oh no.
Mm-hmm. You're level 2.
I am level 2.
Yes. So the rest of the party shows up, and Yagodas just waves at them. Now
Pontus is still scrambling like a few feet up the old light and then falling back down, doing it over and over again.
What are these chuckle fucks up to?
What are you doing?
I'm
Yeah,
trying
Godos
to
has a
get up
necklace.
to the. I'm trying to get up to the top of this old lighthouse/weapons thing.
Delightful.
That sounds dumb.
Hey, wait,
Oh,
how do you
and
know what I'm saying?
He says that in common and then says it in goblin.
When did you learn Goblin?
This is a quick study.
That's disturbing.
Diegetically, I don't have an answer for that because that's just how linguistics and Pathfinder
Yeah.
work.
The sea
I know.
goblin.
It's meant to be like, I've been studying this language for a little while, and now I finally understand it fluently.
There
But,
are sea
Yagodas
goblins.
Yagodas
I've
starts
been
hand
studying
signing.
this language since yesterday and I'm perfectly fluent.
Freya sings in Draconic. The same time I learned to speak Draconic.
Yeah, and he starts signing common.
I'm gonna turn to
I
Threnody and
don't
stuff,
like any of this.
and in Knoll, just say, so none of these chuckle fucks decided to learn my language, huh?
That's not an option on my race.
No, nobody learned it.
I'm gonna keep thinking Knoll.
Also, don't
Okay,
you only
somehow
speak?
you learned to
Doesn't
Goblin.
Threnody only speak Goblin?
No.
Not only
Threnody
Goblin.
speaks Threnody speaks 4 languages.
And one of them is Knoll.
Oh, Threnody doesn't speak Knoll. She speaks Goblin. That was our common language.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
common language has always been Goblin, never Knoll. Yeah.
Null's
Oh,
not a language present in anyone's list of available languages.
I think
that's racist.
actually, hold on. I think increasing your linguistics, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, that's definitely true. I just
Yeah.
didn't pick up Noel because
Yeah.
it didn't make sense for. It made even less sense for Pontus to have learned that.
I
I
think it's
picked up
just the starting language that are limited to your race.
I picked up Draconic so I could also talk to King.
Yagodas will say in Goblin to Khan, I apologize, friend, but the language takes a long time to learn. I would love to learn Nola from you if you have the chance.
Nah, it sounds like too much work.
Then how will I learn?
I don't know. Can't you read?
Can't you read?
I mean, yes, but do a lot of Knolls write down their histories and their languages?
No, you've kind of got a point. Well, I guess I'm just speaking Goblin and stuff.
It will take me some time, my friend, but I
Goblin,
will learn Knoll.
goblin.
I will learn Knoll just for you.
Aw.
He winks.
What was that you said, Ellen?
Goblin, goblin.
Ah, Beetlebum.
I'll goblin front next goblin.
Pontus has, at this point, gotten frustrated with trying to climb the old light and wandered off north.
Wasn't there something more important we're supposed to be doing? Like dealing with a goblin encampment?
I don't think so. Was that a thing we had on the list? Because I don't think that was.
You know,
I mean,
dealing with where the goblins came from that attacked the city?
And
oh.
the worry there is walking into the forest of level 4 encounters.
Oh. I mean,
If you'll
yeah.
remember, we got our asses kicked.
Well, like, what are we supposed to do? Not go and deal with the problem?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that sounds exactly like what we're supposed to do.
Shush.
I don't know about you, but I feel up to the task.
Yeah, see?
And
Well,
if we are
yeah,
not,
yeah,
we can
yeah.
always run away.
I like that less.
Why
Or
would I want
just
to
blow
fight
them
the
up.
goblins?
We don't have to fight the goblins. We have to find out and stuff what happened to the body that was stolen. Man, it's been a while. It feels like weeks.
So the current actual quest, I do believe, is to go find out what they've done with the body that they stole from the graveyard.
Right.
Sorry, no, cemetery. Um, uh,
What's the difference?
graveyard has a temple on it. Cemetery does not.
Huh.
Well, I mean,
I didn't
You
see
could
one on the
also-
map. That doesn't mean there wasn't one, but I'm making an assumption.
oh, okay. You could also help me out in researching this tower.
So we have that side quest out of character. We have that side quest as well as figuring out what the fuck's up with this tower and getting in there and seeing what's on the inside. And two, I think that Lord invited us to his manor for something, or to hang out with him for another day because he's here for another day. Something to do with the Lord. I remember he wants to hang out with us or do something. I don't remember exactly what it is, but we have a side quest with him.
Right, go hang out with the fucking 1%.
The fanboy.
The 1%.
I don't remember what his side quest is, but I remember he's on the beach, and it has something to do with him. I don't think the beach has anything to do with it, but he's there.
He is hanging out on the beach.
Yeah, with his two assistants. or servants, whatever he's proclaimed to call them. But yeah, there's a side quest with him. I don't know exactly what it is though. So I think those are all the quests we have. We can also go annoy the bartender's father if we before he skips town.
You know, there's also 50 locations in this town.
There's also that. Jesus.
Did you know
So we have
there's
options.
50 locations in this town?
Did you
I didn't know.
know?
Did you know?
As a matter of fact, Pontus has gone off to one of those locations, though it's alright if you don't want to follow him.
Oh, you find
I never want to follow Pontus.
this isn't a. You find Junker's Edge. Gab, you see, watch over the edge, and you can see, down on the beach below. There's a bunch of junk down there. And it's
Hey.
gathered there.
It's
A
a
what?
treasure trove.
Um, well, there's nobody around.
I love this interpretation of junk.
I
um,
wonder if they call this Treasure Trove Cove.
the
That's what I'd call it.
the sea, the waves aren't too much right now, but you can see that they generally wash the junk out to sea, into this little.
All going down into the ocean for us, idiots.
Mhm.
Is this a cliff I can jump off of safely?
No, you will die.
Damn it.
May I ask a question?
Yes.
Never.
Is Junk Beach and Junker's Way, is the beach full of junk the book's interpretation? Like, will the book tells you it is, or is that your interpretation?
No, there's junk on this beach, and there's a
Oh, okay.
person, Gorby, a nice orc you met last session. He was over here and said hi as he was heading out. He collects the junk. I think he's half orc. He collects the junk and he throws it off this Junker's Edge onto the junk beach.
All right. So it's literal. Huh. All right.
Yep, it's a little
Well-
garbage disposal spot.
And here I thought it was gonna because there's
The
a boat-
ship.
Isn't there? Yeah,
There's a boat
ship
called a Junker. There's a boat called
Yeah.
a Junker. Yeah. Yeah. That's
What
what I
called-
thought it meant. That's what I thought it meant until Ellen was
Nope.
like, no, there's junk on this beach. I was like, oh, all
Yeah.
right
Is
then.
that the
Okay.
one? Is that the same as
Little
the
company.
junk?
Yeah.
I think
Junk,
they have a
Junker.
great design.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're very iconic. Once you see them, you know it's like, oh yeah, that one.
Oh, hey, it's junk.
Yeah. All right, Junk Beach. He just throws junk out onto the beach. All right.
All
What's
right.
that
Well,
thing you
since
put in
we're
chat, Hannah?
What?
What's that thing you put in chat, Hannah?
Put in
Uh,
chat.
Definition of intrepid.
description,
Oh yeah, that's
yeah.
that's the definition of intrepid,
Okay.
and that's a junk.
Mhm.
Neat. But no, this is literal garbage.
Little. All right. Cool. All right.
Literal actual garbage. It's not piled too high, which is interesting.
Not high enough for me to reach
Wait,
it. Damn.
Didn't the goblin say something about the junk pile?
Oh yes, absolutely. You
they
remember a
did.
goblin talking about how they sourced their weapons and armor from the junk pile.
Right. God, I can't believe I remember that.
There's literally a whole tribe of goblins who have made their thing scavenging. The 7-toothed goblins. made a name for themselves among the local goblin tribes as the best traders, because they scavenge this beach.
I do love the idea. I do love that if you're
Or-
willing to trade with
and other
goblins, you can just
creatures.
trade them your trash, and they'll take it
Mhm.
happily.
Have I worked with these goblins before?
You mostly work with the ones up north in the forests, but you definitely know of them. I think you've traded with them a few times.
Well, I mean, I come
Um,
here, so I probably ran into them.
Yeah, they like to sneak along the beaches of the area. Not just this town, scavenging for stuff. They sell you good junk, and stuff made of junk. The best traders among goblins, according to
Might be
goblins.
able to find me glass jars and stuff from shipwrecks.
Yes, definitely. You get a lot of glass
honey.
jars from originally sourced from them.
Modern day AU, goblins 100% are the people that live in junkyards and make art out of all the scrap.
Oh, absolutely. Um,
But
Yeah.
having examined Junk Beach, Pontus will wander
you
back.
notice you
Oh.
notice this little ow this I don't know what a half island is in English, but you notice
It's like
this
a
little
peninsula.
you notice this peninsula and this island.
Is it something Pontus can climb down to?
I think if you are careful, you can climb down to it. Everyone else, Pontus has gone off. He's like wandered like hundreds of meters away. He was standing over by this beach, and now he's walking away.
Pontus will climb down. And he'll spend enough time to like take 10 on the climb check.
Anyone who
Yeah.
wants to follow can do that.
Freya
So,
begins
Ah,
fishing in this this direction, and then looks at the cliff. Is like, I cannot go down there. I can't
To
climb
be
that.
fair, it's not like Pontus is super fast.
Even still, just like, I can't climb that. Cannot. Not possible.
Pontus says, "Hello up there. I found treasure trove."
Hello down there.
well,
We found you.
you
I
found
am a
junk.
treasure. Pontus will dive into the water and look for some good junk.
yeah, you notice this up here. It is a very steep, like it is an island on top of very steep cliffs, and you see that it seems like it's almost impossible to get up there, at least for your climbing ability. You're not gonna spend the time to find a stairway anywhere, but yeah, you look in the water for junk. Yeah, you
Mhm.
find crap and garbage.
Pontus collects the shiny bits of the garbage.
You find pieces of glass that have been sanded off by the sand, and
Pontus is a sea goblin.
He's got the
Pontus, are you
back
wearing
there.
shoes?
No.
You do cut yourself a few times.
Pontus will swim back up and say, little dangerous, but you don't find treasure if you don't stick your neck out.
You find
Check it out.
So you find little mermaid things. You know how the Little Mermaid has a bunch of things in the Disney movie?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
I love how we have started describing dishware as mermaid things.
Oh my god.
To be fair, that part is the only bit that makes the movie more than a dumb whirlwind romance.
The dumbest whirlwind romance.
You also notice that you were able to walk on this beach because it was low tide.
What's gonna come up soon? So, sadly, or happily for us, all that junk is gonna be taken away and sent down to the ocean.
I
So how it comes
remember taking the time to clean up after some of the rubbish that I found.
Hey,
like Pontiff.
if they don't
She
want it,
says
it
nothing.
does.
In response to Khan, she says nothing. In response to Pontus, she shrugs.
Whew. Alright, since we're all here now, you think we ought to go to that rich guy's house or whatever? Or do we have something else we can spend our time on? I mean, I'd love to
Well-
keep having a look around.
Well, we can't climb the tower thingy.
What else can fly?
Yeah. I don't want to see in the tower before I do.
Hands on hips.
Uh-oh,
And
it's not
I
left.
dragged her here.
Good. All right.
You're welcome.
Can we? So, is there anything really for us to do and stuff at the tower? The old light.
Nothing Pontus can think of.
Okay. So then, yeah, let's go hang out with the 1%.
On the way, though, Pontus will take note of Church Street and try to divert people there.
Also, remember, folks, eat the rich. Okay, moving on.
Freya smiles, her
Oh.
her shark teeth. Her terrifying mom shark teeth.
Oi,
I do
oi,
not
look,
disagree.
it's churches, Freya. It's churches. You can go to church.
She signs to you. This is not technically my church. However, it would be
You-
interesting
Yeah,
to
but
look
you love
at.
churches.
This is true.
You find the area where you started out, more where you had the first adventure with killing a bunch of goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the cathedral.
Oh, hey, I didn't even notice that when we were there.
Yeah.
You literally went inside of it.
Oh, yeah. I guess I was thinking more about them goblins.
That
That's
is
fair.
fair.
But after Pontus is presumably pulled away from trying to pull Freya to Church Street, we find our way to the 1%.
Mm-hmm. Let's go hang out with our buddy.
Which eventually, I imagine, brings us to the beach.
Yeah. You head down to the beach.
The fish are here to take back our rightful land. Get the fuck off. Get off our lawn.
Here at the beach, you find Alden Foxglove, he is here with his two manservants, and he is he has a strange plank of wood, and he is looking out at the waves, which are very small, and he is standing on the plank of wood on the beach, in swimwear, classic. And he's complaining to his manservants that the waves aren't big enough, and they should go out and make the waves bigger.
What in the fuck?
Freya looks to Pontus and signs, that's not how that works. He has to know that's not how
Oi.
that works.
You testing a new form of minimalist boat?
Oh no, I forgot his voice. Oh yes.
That's about right.
Yeah,
It's about right.
yes, indeed. I am. It is a boat. You see, I got the at the club. I was introduced to this concept of standing on a very, very small boat, by a friend of mine. Standing on a very, very small boat, and then riding the waves and using that, um, almost like, you know those people who, in at the circus, who stand on top of horses and when they ride, like that, but on the waves.
So it's a boat that you're supposed to use in the surf. Some kind of surf boat?
Oh yeah, something like that.
Alright, can I try?
Okay, sure. You are a highly valued hero. So, and he steps off. He has very fancy swimwear on. He's like big old shorts and striped shirt on, and yeah.
I'm sorry. Land people are crazy.
Pontus signs that to Freya.
My pizza's here.
Get pizza.
How'd
Pizza
you
and
know?
arm.
So
I'll take my armor off.
yeah, go ahead. You take off your armor. Um,
Acrobatics?
how much is it? How big is the armor?
It gives me a -1 penalty, so I'm taking it off so I don't have that penalty anymore.
What type is it?
Oh, hold on. Chain shirt.
Okay, then it's not too difficult to get off.
Yeah. It's a chain shirt, but I flavor it as like a big belt and skirt thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take that off.
Show off your very fancy underwear.
Acrobatics?
T- um,
Because I don't think there's any like other
yeah, acrobatics.
+1 to this because I took my armor off.
Mhm.
21.
21. You go out onto the waves. You find, oh man, these are not very wavy. These are like tiny waves. You stand, you bop up and down on some waves. You like make some waves. This is not the environment for surfing. This is just not the place for it, or the time for it, or the weather for it. But yeah, you make
Hey,
it
Pontes!
look.
It calls out from the ocean. Hey, Pontus!
Yeah.
What do you want?
Oh,
Can I ask your friends to make the waves bigger, eh?
You know what? Maybe I can. And Pontus is gonna dive into the water and summon 1d3 dolphins.
Oh, I
you already
wasn't
did
even
that
thinking
to
about
me.
that.
What was that, Ellen?
How many times can you do that per day?
Once.
You already did that.
Yeah, you did
Oh,
that to
god
someone
damn
the
it,
dolphins
right.
to
I
help us.
did that.
Yeah.
I
No,
forgot to. Okay.
I meant your friends that give you magic.
Pontus tries to summon the dolphins and it just. Oh yeah, I did that. Shit! Okay. Hang on. Pontus will, look out into the ocean and begin speaking a patois of Aboleth and Aklo. And there's a hint of magic from him, just barely a glow. A white glow. As he speaks. And what happens, Ellen?
What happens?
It's okay if nothing happens.
Let me
I'm
think.
not like a cleric or anything.
As you're doing that, Freya's been like looking at her hands and counting her fingers. And eventually she snaps her fingers with a thought and attempts using create water to make waves.
Excellent.
Just like if I add water, maybe it will go splash and make wave.
We are the worst fishes.
We're very good at water. We live in it. We do not like we don't make waves. That's not how that works.
You notice, here it is. The waves are getting bigger.
Okay.
And you make it look cool. It is now waves more appropriate to your skill level. Which have you ever been surfing before?
No, this is a brand new experience, but I'm here.
You fall over a couple times, I will note, since it's your first time, but you make it look cool. You can get back up on the board. And yeah.
I attempt at some point this maneuver and see. I hope it works.
Oh yeah. Okay. You attempt that maneuver. Make me an acrobatics check.
Uh-oh. This could end badly, everybody. So 13.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want to re-roll that? Fuck it, I want to re-roll that. Haha, 19.
How can you do that?
Inspired. Once per day I can re-roll. Once per day I can re-roll
Okay.
skill check and take the higher one.
Okay. You do it great. Like you do it fantastically. You do it so good. You do a flip and you land perfectly. And you notice that while you're doing it, you don't just feel awesome because you did something awesome. You feel like you got like you like took something. You like did something in return for all the times you fell over as a child, all the times you had trouble swimming in the water. You feel angry and great at the same time. And Everyone else, I mean, he did it. He did it. It was awesome. And you can also see that um, I mean, he he's bleeding a little bit.
Pontus
Don't
is
don't worry,
cheering
guys.
and-
It's my turn.
Pontus is cheering and whooping.
Hold on, time out. It cut out for me just as you. Everyone else, you also see, and that was it. I didn't hear what
That
else they
he-
also saw.
It doesn't.
That he's
You didn't know.
bleeding.
He's bleeding a little bit from like his nose.
This is
What? Oh, Pontus.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Does anyone want to give me a perception check?
no.
Not me, I suck.
I probably suck, but I'll do it anyway.
Okay. Khan, are you good at these?
Oh shit!
Yes.
I had a 24 off that. Nice.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Wow. All right. Twins.
Twinsies.
Twinsies.
Both of you.
High five.
Heck
Both
yeah.
of you see a it's either a school of fish or one very large fish just kind of lazily swim out to sea again. This is shadow underwater. It's just drifting away.
The funny thing is, I can't tell if this is from the necklace or from Pontus asking.
Pontus whistles and whoops.
Jagedas, take take 1d6 non-lethal damage.
Oh.
Oof.
You did it. Like it was a little rough. Like it was a little draining to do. Like there was a lot of exercise. So you come back to
Yeah.
land, and yeah,
I like to think that after the flip and everyone's cheering, and he's like, "Yeah!" and is not paying attention, and then immediately wipes.
Excellent.
yeah.
And Pontus will say, Oi, I think you got enough altitude to break your nose.
Oh, wipes my nose. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's enough. I
Yeah,
Also, I
walk
think there
over
was
and hand the
something.
board. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think there was something in the water.
Oh, looks back.
You don't see
Oh,
anything.
nice.
It's gone at this point.
I think that it would be funny if I gave it a shot myself.
I was about to hand it over back to the Lord, and then I look at the Lord and goes, "Is that okay?"
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. I love seeing the heroes in action.
Don't worry.
I wanna.
No. Don't buff me. Let me fail.
No, I'm not buffing you. I'm sense motivating that comment. Fuck.
He's him.
He's
him.
just being normal.
Freya will take the board and go to the
Baba, please.
waves. And Freya is going to show you her stuff. It's acrobatics, right?
Yeah, you
Ooh.
take off
In
the
full
armor.
plate mail.
Nope. I'm doing this in full plate mail.
Okay. Yeah. Give me a acrobatics.
Cool. Noteworthy. I can breathe underwater.
Yeah.
-4.
You step. You like push the
I
board
got
out,
this.
out low into the water. You try and get on it. You immediately dump. You try and get on it. You immediately fall over. You flip the board. You try this 5 times. You finally get on. You like shakily stand on the board. Ooh. And the waves just carry you into the bay, the harbor. Freya
She-
just like slow.
Freya standing stock still, like a statue, shaking slightly as she is carried away by the ocean.
How do I steer? How do I steer?
Her tail is
So-
like behind her, hitting the water every now and then, causing her to shift directions without meaning to. She's just going. There she goes.
Pontus will dive into the water to follow her.
Yeah.
Well,
As soon as both of you are in the water, you can easily get it back.
I mean, I don't.
Um,
I just need to get off. I can swim fine, and
Yeah.
I breathe
Yeah,
underwater.
As soon as you actually go into the water, like sit down, get into the water, you're good.
Freya does that thing that like kids do, where they sit on the surfboard and then just begins like paddling it back.
You're having a little trouble keeping your balance, but you're managing.
Oh yeah, I'm a 7 foot tall lady with half plate on, paddling a wooden surfboard. Of course I am.
Mhm.
You get back. If you want to try again, you can attempt to.
I will try once more. Don't worry. It can only go up from here. That's a normal 4.
You
I mean,
managed.
it could have gone down.
It coulda.
You managed to shift your weight to ride down one wave and immediately go into land.
She skids like into the sand. Did it? Ooh.
Oh, you're great, Freya. You're great.
Everyone
Alright.
else that isn't kiss ass Pontus. No offense.
I mean, Pontus isn't exactly kissing your ass. There's a mocking tone to his laughter.
Oh, never mind then. For everyone, that was awful. Freya's awful at this.
Mm-hmm. Alden claps and laughs, like as the same as he did last time. This was great.
Right, I gotta go take a piss. Be right back. Swims out into the ocean.
I wouldn't mind trying.
oh yeah, I'm actually
She
gonna.
she will hand Threnody the board.
What kind of check is it?
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics.
Don't worry,
you have
you
a-
can't possibly have worse than a -8.
Oh boy.
Don't worry, you could only go up from the -4. See?
Oh yeah.
I have a
Um,
2 in acrobatics. I'm amazed that went that well.
You Threnody, you quickly get a hand of it. You fall off the board a few times, as everyone does. But you get a hang
It's
of it.
made of wood. I got this.
Yeah, you get a hang of
Surfing
it.
one of my brethren.
It's not sized for you, but like you can make it work. Shifting your weight, you got to do it a little more. But you managed to like ride up some waves, like ride up on the side of them. Do some cool things. Yeah, you do great for a first timer.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. If there's anything you want to describe or do, feel free.
No, I don't think she's gonna be particularly showy. She's just, you know.
You do it. It's awesome. You come back in. Candy, you want to attempt it?
No.
She might
No.
she might swing by Pontus and just splash him because it's funny.
Pontus is underwater, so you can't do that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
You can
He's also
splash
very
me.
far out.
I
Eventually,
wouldn't
though,
care,
he
but you could.
swims back and just on dry land. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it.
And
Freya does
fuck
not
love.
flinch. That was the time, I gotta admit. Though this surf, I'm not quite getting it. Scratches chin.
Now that Yagadas has shown you how the professionals do it, you give it a try.
Sorry, let me just do a thing. Okay. Alden uh, takes the board. He's watched your do it. He steps on it, and he has his manservants push him out into the sea, and he falls off immediately. Sploosh. Gets back on.
You know what? I think I'll stay in the water. Pontus will stay near him in the water.
Um, he gets back on. He like wobbles a little bit, and he will attempt a love to roar too. um, you see him uh, like crest the first wave
Ah,
and fall off. Just
sorry, you
fall.
mama.
The
That's okay.
the board drifts a little bit away from him. He has to like swim over to it, or Pontus can catch it.
Yeah, Pontus will help him out.
And he gets back to it. He crawls back on it, and he gets on it. He wobbles a little more. He tries again. And seems like he's learned his lesson. He does a perfectly fine job. Like first time, and he falls off a few times, but he manages to figure out how to like ride on the waves and do a little get pushed along, go over, stuff like that. I don't know how surfing works. I've only ever skied.
Yagadas claps
That's
for him.
very different.
Yes. Um and yeah, he rides it back in and
Pontus will let the waves carry him back in, so he's lying on the beach like draw me one of your one of your French girls.
um yeah.
And fuck love. How much are those boards, huh?
Um I had one of course officially made. I bought it from a nice trader, a nice seafaring folk for about 1,000 gold.
Ooh.
No.
No, I thought of something that'd be funny, but that's pretty pricey.
If you want to roll
A praise?
the praise, you don't know how much this kind of thing costs. You could probably like make it for cheaper.
Fucking Freya, like, man, how much does this cost? Thing meant to surf on top of water,
So-
thinks the underwater fish. Ooh.
Serenity, boats like take a lot of energy and like the right kind of wood and like the right kind of ceiling to make. but this is a small boat, so maybe it's like maybe they made it that expensive because of how specific its needs are. Um, probably too expensive. Still, you're not quite sure. This
I'm
is a hard
aware
check.
of
I have a
how
question.
much wood
No.
costs.
Wood, this kind of is an expensive wood. You could find a cheaper wood to make this out of.
Go
Well,
away.
obviously, but like anyone who Eli, I know your
Okay,
pain.
good you, Baba. Good you, Baba. Good girl.
Know your pain. Echo constantly wants to get on my desk. And the last time he was on my desk, he broke my headphones.
Badass.
Yeah, I had a $200 headset, and he pushed it off the desk and broke one side of it.
Jesus.
Like an idiot. Big
See, this
idiot.
is why I buy cheap shit.
Yeah, I get it, but
What was the question?
Is this something that's
Sure.
like new, or something that was old, forgotten about, and is kind of
No.
been reintroduced?
This is something that is this is a kind of thing that was introduced to this guy through trading ships from another part of the world. You don't know. Oh, is the board itself?
Because like I have profession curator,
Hmm.
so I'm wondering
You
if
can
that
roll
might
that.
apply.
We're being a bit broad with professions, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't want it to apply to everything, but this is
Sit down.
interesting.
That's why I was asking if it was like old, forgotten about, and then reintroduced. Because if it's old, it might be in a museum that I curated, or an art exhibit that I curated. If not, then I probably don't know anything about it.
You have seen if not this,
Alright.
then something like this in a museum before.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Would that at all tell me how much one of these things might be worth?
You think he got an unreasonably expensive one. You think if someone who knows how to make these made one, they could probably make it for like a gold. Which means they would sell it for like 5 or 2.
As
Okay, I'm not
people
gonna
are,
question that.
This is expensive gold. This is upscaled because of traders. This is like this is expensive wood upscaled because of traders and very intricately crafted, masterwork one, in fact.
So while everyone's thinking and discussing over it, Fred gave a single thought and was like, "I don't care," and walked away. And as has been discussing, she taps Con on the shoulder,
Yes.
and then she will sing at him in Draconic. You're one who works with wood, and you work with bone. Would you know how to make one of these?
Huh. Do you come from an area that is close to the sea that would have surfboards?
Well, I come from this place,
You come from
but
here, this country?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. No.
But could I just make a craft check and stuff to see, like, hey,
Yeah.
could I make something like this?
Yeah, you can. You already have some ideas of how to make it. You'd have to study the board itself, but yes, you could make one of these. Maybe you wouldn't get it right the first time, because you can tell that it's very. It is using a very light kind of wood, and it's making some very particular shapes. But yes, you could craft this.
From the sounds of it, It could fetch you a pretty coin. I'm not sure how much though. Confused look.
More than they're actually.
Considering that man bought it for 1,000 gold.
I'll think about it.
He gives you a thumbs up. I assume King is like, 1,000 gold? You say, huh? 1,000 gold? I at least assume what the dragon is up to.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But
1,000
at the same time and stuff, Khan's gonna be like, no, calm down. Like the one the noble and stuff's already bought one, so it's not like we can sell him another.
King's just
Nobody
over
else
there.
is
Money,
going
money,
to pay
money,
1,000
money.
for this.
Someone rolled worse than Freya.
Wow.
Only because it's only that one.
Someone goes like Beetlebum. You should have fucking drowned.
Someone save the goblin.
You absolute fool.
I find out how high of a DC it is to swim.
I think
Whatever
it's too
happens,
high.
Pontus will swim back into the
Nope.
water and save Beetlebum.
Beetlebum was almost drowning.
Don't worry, there are 2 fish who can breathe underwater. We're fine.
You saved Beetlebum.
Freya, talking to Khan, looks off in the distance and sees Pontus carry Beetlebum out the ocean and just sighs.
You absolute fool.
What is the ratio of gremlin and not gremlin in this party?
Yes.
I think 60% gremlin.
I think so.
60, that's being generous. Which one? Who among us is not a gremlin?
I think Freya would not be a gremlin.
Freya and Yagados.
You're a kind of gremlin.
I'd also include Khan in the not gremlin.
You know what? Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
King,
That's
absolutely.
However, King is though. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's 3 versus 4.
I'm a
Beetlebum
gremlin.
uses this opportunity to cling to Pontus and hug him.
Yagadas is definitely a gremlin.
What?
Yeah.
Alright, so next time what you want to do is don't fall in the water. But, failing that, and Pontus will start to give a not very good swim lesson because it's from a fish perspective.
Roll me wisdom.
Oh boy.
Make sure you open and close your mouth so the water goes over your gills.
Okay, Pontus rolled well. That's a 19 actually.
Yeah. Or
Oh,
an
yeah, I said
appropriate
that out
skill.
loud.
Oh,
Um,
well, if you said that, I would have rolled swim.
that's
Swim is
not
more the
teaching.
act of swimming as opposed to the teaching of swimming.
Fair.
I'm gonna give you a bonus because you know how to swim. Beetlebum is going to roll something. She's going to roll wisdom.
Oh lord.
She is more enamored with you after you saved her than paying attention.
Uh, oi. Oi. You listening?
What? Oh, yes, absolutely.
Good. Now, Now, what you do if you're in a whirlpool is,
Yeah, wow.
I mean, yes, you will do that.
He's dying.
You okay, honey?
Silence.
Eventually, Pontus will just dump her unceremoniously on the ground once the swimming lesson's over.
You learned a little bit. You were a very good teacher.
He was not a very good student.
She was not a very good student.
You're a very good student. Good. You're a very good teacher. Good. She's an awful student.
Yeah. Um, you hear some commotion from the town.
Freya
Someone
will begin moving towards commotion.
Follows Freya like a lost puppy.
There's
Ma'am? Ma'am? Ma'am?
some old men are over here chatting with each other. They're carrying fishing tackles and fishing rods and stuff like that. And they stopped on their way to the beach and are now looking back into town, looking
They're
at each
like
other and talking.
over here, right?
Nope. They're over here.
Oh, okay.
I think we stick back and just kind of listen because for now they're just old dudes that we don't need to get involved with unless it's required.
Yeah.
Actually, one of them is this guy who's like, "Oh, the young ones don't want to help me out with the thing. Well, I'll just go fishing with my buddy." So he's like, "Oh, you heard the the. Let me read the title from the book. Actually, sorry, I'm introducing this part. Forgot to. um. Uh, and Dasana, the she came back into town early. Did you hear? The other one's like, early? Wasn't she supposed to be gone for a month? What could be wrong? And she's moving so I heard from the kids. She's moving very determinedly. Well, I mean, mm, that could only mean either she's angry about something completely unrelated or something is up. Well, it's none of my business, but I sure hope it's the first one. Oh, look, there she is. Well, she's probably headed to the mayor's place. Or the the town hall. Oh, I mean, if she's heading there, then well, I'm sure the sheriff will know about it.
Oi, who's
I'm
this
sure.
vent you're talking about?
What what an uncouth young man.
Freya actively sighs and looks at you like, really? Really?
What a foul-mouthed young man. I will not speak further with you.
Freya will
he
begin
does
just...
the old man waltz.
Freya will come over. My dearest apologies for my friend. He didn't mean the words that he said. He was rude and apologizes. And she like does that thing like hand on back of head, makes bow. We deeply apologize.
Mr. Quink says, my friend doesn't like swears very much. Well, she's
I'll have to be right back.
I don't know how to describe her job. I've heard she is a mix of bounty hunter, a survivalist, and a mercenary. She's unofficially associated with the town guard. Uh, I believe uh, Shalo, sh- sorry, Shalelu and Adosana is her name.
Real quick, I think it might be a good idea to take a quick 5 minute break
Yes.
because Hatter and Co just vanished.
And that's a strange happening. Why?
I don't. They're both offline
guess
and no
we'll
longer
find
in the
out.
call.
Is Microsoft assassinating their computers?
I hope not,
We'll
because that
see.
means I'd be next, and I'm recording.
Oh.
Oof. But yeah, 5 minute break.
Hmm.
How are you all doing? As we wait for them to return, so we can fill the air and not just have complete and utter silence.
Yeah,
I'm doing
sorry.
good. I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing okay.
Mhm.
I got
I'm
food
alright,
in me,
though
so
I
I'm
need
less grumpy.
I need to wash a dish and uh, put some eggshells in the disposal.
Fair enough.
I think this beer went off.
Yeah, I think it's Furious BRB as well. It'd be lovely to know what happened. It's strange that happened to two people.
Yeah. Really.
Hmm. Well, I'm interested to see what the elf lady's up to, and we will be polite to her, right, Pontus? Hunter's back online on Discord.
What?
Hunter's back online on Discord.
Oh,
Not in the
that's
call
good.
yet, but not online.
Yeah. Very strange.
Very strange indeed.
Welcome back, Adam.
Hi.
What
What
happened?
happened?
The entirety of my computer froze up.
Wow.
Oh!
Yeah, Steam wanted to download a free demo of a thing, which I wanted, but apparently that happened and everything froze up, so I had to shut down the computer. And shutting down the computer started the automatic update that Windows wanted. So I had to
Ah.
sit there for a while waiting.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, code has also died.
Oh,
Presumably,
that's unfortunate.
we can make of the exact same problem. Or at the very least,
Mm.
we can assume.
Mhm.
My silence was on accident because I was in the middle of washing my dish, but it was still appropriate to Freya saying, "We'll be polite, right, Pontus?"
Yes. There's very much her attitude of, will be good, right, Pontus?
What happened? Hold on. What happened?
He
Just
said
as
a
I
rude,
left.
he said a rude word about a lady, and one of the old men was like, "Oh, fucking rude kid, bye."
Wait, lady. What lady? Where the fuck are we?
The two old men were talking about some lady being home sooner than expected and that she might be mad, and she's heading towards the mayor's house.
Code.
And Pontus went up and said, "Who's the bint you talking about?"
One of them
And
got very offended. It was not
Mm.
Quink, but Quink informed you that the quote unquote Bink they were talking about um, is Shalelo Andosana, who is uh, who who can be described as. Do we have Xperia back?
Code is back,
Yeah,
but I'm
I'm
not
here.
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm here. Sorry, I
Oh.
wasn't feeling well, so.
Oh my god. So, Code, were you here when you were here when Hatter disappeared, right? I don't know if we can hear you yet.
No, I don't think so. Can you not hear me?
No,
No, we can
Code.
hear you.
Hello?
Yeah,
Oh,
code.
No.
We can hear
Yeah,
you.
you're fine.
okay.
Yeah, but Hatter disappeared via Windows deciding to update, and then a second later, Code vanished into the winds.
Oh, I was like frozen solid for a good several minutes before I actually left chat. So
Wow.
I actually have no idea. Like this conversation about the two old men, I know nothing. I don't know what's going on. As far as I
Yeah.
understood, we were still on the beach.
They're
Yeah,
on
we
the
just-
beach.
Yeah,
They're
we
just,
just heard him talking loudly and decided to listen in.
they're
Ah.
just heading here to fish.
Uh,
They were talking about uh Shalilo coming back into town. Yeah.
and apparently she's some sort of mercenary type.
She was described as a mix of a bounty hunter, a survivalist, and a mercenary.
So an
Sounds like she could be
adventurer.
useful. Yeah,
Yes.
adventure.
And the old man's going to continue. I think she informs the sheriff of how the goings on are in the hinterlands. But she's back early, which is strange.
I see. I'm right curious about that.
Uh, she wasn't expected until the last week of autumn. She went through town only a month ago. So strange.
It might be worth looking into. However, I'll leave that up to all of you.
That's the.
Oh, I'd be curious.
How close are we to? We're close enough to be essentially eavesdropping on these guys, right?
Yes.
Pontus and Freya basically walked up to them at a point. You
Yeah,
guys are definitely within eavesdropping distance.
Here's the old man. The other one has walked off to the beach and gonna fish because Pontus was unkind in his wording.
Ah, okay. I was gonna ask and everything whether or not we were like just listening in on this conversation and stuff because I just love the idea and everything of Freya just singing at the top of her lungs. Like,
I can't be stealthy.
Mm.
well, just
Which is
singing at
part.
the top of your lungs and stuff, signaling we were listening to you. By the way,
Oh,
Why
yes,
do you think
absolutely.
Pontus didn't even bother?
This happened, yes.
I literally am cursed to sing at the top of my lungs every time I open my goddamn mouth.
So yeah, everyone can gather up at the old man, or you can go into town if you wanna. Um, she's going to walk briskly. If you want to do something, do it on the map.
Okay,
Unless anyone says otherwise, I think Freya's gonna give a polite bow to the man and be like, "Thank you," and is going
Oh,
to
you're
just start
welcome.
plump trump, big heavy armor. We're not subtle.
Oi! Oi, lady, I heard you were some kind of kick-ass type.
That's better.
Yeah. Hey, you three, are you gonna come with?
yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Beelzebub is
Han
gonna.
is so uninterested in our shenanigans.
Oh no. Beelzebub's gonna drag Threnody behind him, unless.
I'm here. I'm following.
Okay. Go ahead.
Good God.
Yeah, move your token.
Feisty creature.
I'm spicy. I am. She looks behind her at you. Um, and she says, um, excuse me, who are you?
Oh, I'm just Pontus, the one who helped save this village from goblins on the festival night. No need to thank me.
Oh, I
Don't worry, Pontus. They won't.
I don't know of you, but I appreciate that. I have a urgent meeting, so excuse me. I have to go. Maybe we can talk later.
Right.
She heads off. You remember that this afternoon, which is basically afternoon at this point, you were supposed to meet the mayor, where she would officially recognize you as the heroes of the town. Was your demand?
Right. Forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. So,
I guess we're gonna go see the mayor.
yes. She also heads into the town hall.
Town hall would be where we need to go at this time of day, so
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, let's go.
get
Cool.
moving, everybody.
Track yourselves on the map.
We are.
I don't know what town hall is, so I'm just waiting.
It's where the
It's
lady is.
opposite where she is.
Oh, okay.
Opposite
I
Main
was waiting
Street.
for where everyone else went, so I was just gonna follow.
Sorry about that.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry, didn't mean to ping.
Oh, it's
It
cool.
happens when you're dragging your token.
You enter town hall. One of the people who works there is like, um, the mayor's in a meeting right now. Could you please wait here?
Nod,
If you
nod.
ask to meet the mayor. And you see from across the street, you see the sheriff walk across the street and into the hall. And he says, I got the summons. What is happening? And the receptionist says, if you will, the mayor would like to see you. I believe Shalelo is also here early, and he walks into the mayor's office. And yeah, let me find him real quick.
I gave my cat his favorite toy, and he's in the background screaming.
Yelling.
He's so loud.
What a loud boy.
Very loud boy. A good boy, though.
There he is. And I don't have an office map, so you will have to deal with this map. Here we go. Okay. And yeah. So they're in there for a little bit. At this point, people outside, and you can hear because you can hear, they're wondering, is this a sign of a new goblin attack in copy? I sure hope not. Goblins! Oh no! Calm down. No, it can't be that. So yeah.
Pontus is rudely listening directly at the door.
Beelbum hides inside. Yes. After like 5 minutes, Sheriff Hemlock walks out of the office, sees all of you, and says, can you please come inside?
Right then, Pontus comes inside.
Yep.
It is on the he takes you through a door, up some stairs, to the second floor of the town hall, into a comfortable office. Hemlock introduces Kendra Devlin. You've already met her, so it's not that big of a deal. And also, I should just play out this entire scene. And also, and these are the people who so courageously helped us during the Goblin attack, except for that one in the back. He
No.
gestures to Beetlebum, not you.
Oh.
And
She's fine.
he mentions all of your names, including
She's in
Yago's, and
training.
he also mentions Cornelina, who has retired from the adventuring life. He appreciates her. And he mentions that you also helped a family survive another goblin attack from one of the stragglers. Um, and he introduces. The mayor says, she says, um, of course, I believe I have met these people before. I also believe that you all deserve a official recognition. I was in the middle of drafting that when I got the news. Speaking of the news, everyone, this is uh, this is Shalelo. She is an unofficial member of Saint Point's Town Guard. And Shalelo smirks. And Shalelo, these are Saint Point's newest crop of goblin slayers. As
Freya will kind of raise a finger. Adventurers.
my apologies.
Freya will not be called any kind of anything slayer, thank you. That's
How did
fucked.
who do the one?
Freya does not want this group to be known as people who kill goblins. He's like,
yeah, I definitely
no.
don't want to be called that.
And it's great that Freya did it because I can't be quiet. That was announced to everyone.
No. My apologies.
Yeah, if
Adventurers.
he says that, Threnody immediately is like, no, I am not.
Well, adventurers at least.
That's fine.
Shalelu, you have been a thorn in the side of the local goblin tribes for years. Kept them in check, so to say. Made sure
Also
they didn't
rude.
get too rowdy. He laughs awkwardly, sensing a strange situation.
Threnody is mildly staring him down.
Well, Shalelu is here with new information. That is that Sandpoint has not been the only place in the region that's had goblin troubles. There's been an increase of goblin-related raids along the Lost Coast, particularly in the dale between Nettlewood and Mosswood. And only a day ago, a farm south of Mosswood was burned to the ground by a group of goblins. Thankfully, Shalila was nearby, and while the farm could not be saved, she did rescue the family and drive off the goblins. Staying in a nearby farm for now, but this goblin problem is not going away. Even a couple of days after the raid on Sandpoint, it's still ongoing. But I think Shalolo can tell it better herself. He motions. Before that, do you have any questions?
Freya will speak up. This other town that was attacked, I simply must ask, did anything get stolen from a graveyard or crypt or any of the sort?
We
Any
do not
bodies
know.
taken?
I do not know. Do you, Shalala? And she says, She shakes her head. I don't. I was more worried about the people than the graves. We could go check it out, but I don't know.
From what we know, the goblins that attacked here were guided or commanded by a creature that was not a goblin, and they seemed to be
Longshank.
a distraction. She says over. Not even that. No, it seems to be a distraction, so that some form of human or humanoid could steal from the graves.
That's horrible.
She nods. We also had found undead at the scene of the crime.
Oh, terrible. Damn,
So
those
we do
goblins.
not
What have
know.
they gotten into?
Presumably, whoever is giving them orders.
That makes sense. The crafty little buggers, but I don't necromancy.
It would also be
Ah.
unwise for unprompted attacks on towns this close together. It would simply call too much attention and ire from the people.
Well, I'm certainly furious.
Exactly.
Friends being a menace.
It would also imply coordination with a group with groups of goblins that are known not to get along.
Nod.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Actually, I have more information about that. If you will. I have some box text to read.
I have some box text. You guys have
Yes.
undercovered box text.
I have an entire monologue in box text. So, Billis told me of your work against the goblins. Well done. Well done. I've dedicated the last several years of my life to keeping them from causing too much trouble around these parts, but they're tenacious, and if you can little runs, like weeds that bite. There are 5 major goblin tribes in the region, and traditionally, they're pretty good at keeping each other in line with intertribal squabbles and the like. Yet, from what I've been able to piece together, members of all 5 tribes were involved in the raid on Sandpoint. A fair number of the Marswood goblins I dealt with yesterday were already pretty beat up, and there was a lot of chat about the Longshanks who killed so many of them. Now that I've met you, it seems obvious from their descriptions who they were talking about. Seems like you made an
I
impression. Yes, you. Uh, in any event, the fact that the 5 goblin tribes are working together disturbs me. Goblin tribes don't get along unless they got something big planned. Big plans require big bosses. I'm afraid someone moved in on the goblins and organized them. And judging by these recent events, what they're organizing seems like bad news for all of us. Uh, yeah.
I'd agreed. Coordinated assault. It seems bad. No matter who it's from.
Very bad. Um, very, very bad. Um, so bad, in fact, that I uh, I've decided to uh, take um, take a trip with a few of my guns south to Magnema to see about securing additional soldiers to station at Sandpoint for a few weeks. at least until the extent of the goblin threat can be determined. And while I'm out of town, I've asked Shalelo to sniff around Shinkswood, Brinestump, Mosswood, Devil's Platter, and other places where goblins live. To see if she can discover anything else about what's going on. I would like you to maintain a public presence in Sandpoint over the next few days, if you don't mind. Locals have taken to you. And seeing you around town will do a lot for keeping worries about the goblins down for over the next few days. Maybe you can do some sort of thing to make them. Maybe your goblin friend can help.
We can keep up morale and maybe ease their worry. Do what we can to make this go over smoothly.
Yes. I think this is a legitimate threat.
If there's any danger, any fight, you can count on us. We'll make it right.
Thank you.
Hey,
so
that
much.
actually rhymed.
I'm trying every now and again. Like, I gotta say a lot and I gotta sing it. Like, I'm gonna do my best.
I'm just teasing.
It's almost like my character's a +5 charisma and is good at this, but I'm not.
Well, Kendra speaks up. The mayor speaks up and she says, I agree. We should all be careful, and I think you could do a lot of good keeping morale up in town and being helpful. As official heroes of the town, this is something that the public somewhat expects of you. She has been writing during this entire thing. She has, and just now she finishes up with a little bit of a flourish and a dot. Then she signs her name. I now pronounce you official heroes of Sandpoint.
Yes.
That's good.
And
We will
you
regret this.
and you will be paid.
I love Khan saying that where no one can understand him. Just, you'll regret that. Just
And you
all
will
they
be
hear
paid
is.
for your service. We sometimes employ help for the god, and you'll be paid for that.
Oh, great! We get to be bootlickers.
All right.
I
Then in the
continue to
mean-
love sassy Khan who can't be understood.
Then in the meantime, we just spend time around the town reminding everyone just how awesome we are.
Yes, indeed.
And
Well-
help people
Well, I can
out.
do that.
And help people. Pokes you in the cheek a few times.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
Oh, hey, I'll have colleagues. Shalulu says.
Rehan nods. It'll be our pleasure working with you.
And mine.
Hell
Anyone
yeah.
walking past the windows of this building just hears like muffled singing.
I knew that this. I knew that the land would be chock full of adventurers.
The mayor hands over a town guard's fee of 30 gold for all of you.
Pretty good.
Lee?
Which is 6 gold each.
That's still decent.
Mm-hmm. and adjourns the meeting. Unless there's any more questions or comments.
Not to these people, I don't think.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Zero, do you remember? Do you remember how much money I spent on your plate mail?
I don't know. I feel like you already removed it.
Ah. Yeah, I just have more money than I expected, and I'm worried about it.
That is fair. We can look back on the recordings when they're posted if needed.
Okay.
When we're leaving, because I imagine we're leaving about now, right?
Remember to put that 6 gold each on your sheet.
Yeah, I put the 6 gold on mine.
Way ahead of ya.
Con, yeah. So,
Yeah.
as we're leaving, as Freya's gonna look at Pontus and sign, I'll let Pontus do it, and sign to him. Do you mind translating for me? I do not want to scream this to the entire town.
Oh, right. Oi, I'm gonna be translating for my lady there.
This is to the party, not to the mayor or anyone.
Is it
Okay.
still in the office, or is it afterwards?
I presume afterwards, like when we're like leaving, Freya just
Okay.
wants to talk to the party using Pontus as a mouth.
While you're signing, Shalila walks up to you. And she says, hello, my new colleagues, fellow heroes of the town. I was wondering if you would be up for having dinner down at the Rusty Dragon.
Freya
Oh,
smiles.
we love that place.
Wait, what is the name of the place? I forgot.
Rusty
The Rusty
Dragon.
Dragon.
Okay, cool. I thought I heard something else.
It's the place we have free food for 3 weeks, or whatever.
I'd love to hear how the goblin raid and the stuff happened, and about your heroics, and also your shy goblin friend over there. What happened there? I'd love to hear about it.
Freya gets a
Oh,
look like,
I'd love to tell you about it. And Pontus just starts rattling off details. Dave.
We can talk over dinner.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm.
Pontus's attempt to tell it was very clearly non-linear and going to be confusing.
Mm-hmm. She did also interrupt your signing.
Yep.
Very rudely.
it's fine. She can't read sign.
She cannot.
Maybe.
So basically,
Once she's gone, though. I'm sorry, go on.
Basically, I assume we were gonna say the same thing. You'll translate for me.
Yep.
Freya will sign and Pontus will translate. So, if we're going to be heroes for the town, it would make sense if we had like a name for a group. And I had an idea, if you care at all to listen to it.
For the record, since you now speak, sign, Yagadas can notice that Pontus is translating exactly word for word.
Okay.
She like looks to see everyone's reaction to the idea of a team name before she says anything.
A what team name?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
She'll sign. You can all maybe suggest something if you think you have a better idea. I was thinking.
Walkers.
No.
Bunch of cheapo fucks.
Close to accurate, but no. I was thinking C to Sandpoint.
How do you all feel about that, huh?
What?
But
What?
didn't we already have kind of a name going with Sandpoint Delvers?
That's just the name of the campaign.
No, that's just the name of this part of the arc.
Yeah, that's what
Ah.
Ellen uses to add us. All but it.
What was it?
C to
C to
Sandpoint.
Sandpoint.
D to Sandpoint. I don't.
Huh.
The issue is I
Like a
don't think that we should link our group identity to a location.
one of the other opposite ones, and Freya will sign this as well, was just simply sea to sand, but that felt kind of not related to everybody, so I didn't want to suggest just that.
Well, I mean, here's the thing: in character, you don't know that your group isn't going to be linked to a location.
Yeah,
Right,
but we.
but
Pontus knows that he wants to go around.
yeah, and out of character, you're right. I don't know that, but I'm going to not. I'm going to assume that we're not going to be linked to a location, considering, this is a pretty massive campaign. Consider all things considered, so I can't imagine we're going to stay in Sandpoint the whole time.
I
We'll
still
have to
say we
see.
should be called the Walkers.
One of us flies. It would not be entirely accurate.
It conjures
Yeah,
up
two of us.
images. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, and two of us swim, but you don't call like we're not called the swimmers.
Walkers aren't just.
Freya blushes
Sorry.
slightly, as that is almost entirely what See the Sandpoint would kind of refer to. She's like, yes, you're right. Embarrassed fish noises.
Walkers doesn't just mean you walk. It means that you're an adventurer, that you've left to the soft womb of the water to walk on dry land, to find adventure. It conjures up images of swashbuckling sorts riding the backs of horses with their powerful thighs.
Raised his
Hey.
eyebrow.
We should be called foolish assholes because that's what adventurers are.
I
That
think she
Pontus,
signs to translate. I think Khan already said that.
Pontus, that is what to you, walkers, brings to mind. That is not what brings to mind up here.
Means you walk.
And people up
Apologies.
here don't have any good stories.
Maybe something like the Roamers.
Oh, that is not bad.
It kind of has the same
I know.
tilt's
The
head.
Voyages.
No, that one
No,
feels
that
wrong.
sounds stupid. I hate that.
That feels like copyrighted,
It's
Benjamin.
okay, BB. It's okay, BB. You had good ideas.
No, I
Oh,
like the
thank
name.
you.
The issue is the joke is that it's the name of another adventuring group that all of us play in, except for you and the Stones. Oh.
What
Roamers.
else would I call? What else would I call something?
We could also not worry about a name.
That is fair.
Yeah, but
What
then
is it?
people are just gonna end up calling us the idiots or the assholes.
But it's true.
Speak for yourself.
No, I'll speak for you.
Do you want to fucking go, mate?
Only if it's a nice place.
A menagerie.
Freya hears that, just kind of cracks up immediately, like. I don't think Freya has ever heard somebody take Pontus's like threat to "you want some dinner" or something. It's like, holy shit! Like, wow.
That is a good response. Yeah, the menagerie.
Just a very
We
casual. I
have-
mean, if it's somewhere nice.
We have a shark and an angelfish.
Oh, yeah, we
a
are
piranha?
very menacing.
A piranha, a
Barracuda.
goblin, which a barracuda. Apologies. A tree, a gnoll, a dragon, a goblin, and points at self, trying to think, shrugs. We are a menagerie of strangers.
Yeah, the menagerie.
I kind of like that.
The menacing menagerie of.
Menagerie.
I was trying to think of a third M, but I can't.
Menacing
misery.
menagerie of masters.
The
Misery.
menacing menagerie miscreants. She signs, Pontus. You might have trouble translating that. I don't know.
Wow.
It seems like a mouthful. I don't mind adding something to menagerie, but menacing paints a.
What's a menagerie?
A menagerie is a collection of things, frequently exotic.
What? Wow.
Crosses arms. Have you seen a goblin in these parts aside from the group that you came with? Huh? Have you seen
I've
two
seen
fish
so
people
many goblins you don't even know.
in this location?
Yep.
Goblins are not usual here in town. In these places, the fish people. No offense. I don't know the exact name of your races. Yes.
I'm a
Mer-
Triton, she's a mermaid.
Right, mermaid.
mermaid.
Very unusual. Talking tree. Very unusual. No, very unusual. And even me, very unusual. You
Out
could
of
say
two.
that
Come
way.
here.
Um,
She
out of
just kind
character, I
of.
want to note that a menagerie is a place where animals are kept and trained especially for exhibition.
Fair
A
point.
collection of wild or foreign animals kept
Yeah.
especially for exhibition.
According to Wikipedia, it is a collection of captive animals, frequently exotic, kept for display, or the place where such a collection is kept.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, kind of like a zoo.
Fun
Yeah.
word.
Yeah, it
maybe
is
not.
actually literally the next line is precursor to the modern zoological garden.
Maybe not menagerie, despite its fun saying.
It
I don't
sounds great.
know. Sounds great, not practical.
Why not just the circus then?
No.
Why not?
I cannot perform any feats of acrobatics, nor
Because
spectacles.
we're all
Clowns.
The
I am-
oddities.
I am an angelfish, not a clownfish.
Could have fooled me.
The
She looks
oddities,
down at you.
a strange or peculiar person, thing, or trait.
That's possible. How about just the strangers?
what's the name of an oblong circle again?
An
An oval?
oval.
An oval. We are all ovals, not circles.
No.
Can't be a circus.
Oh my god.
Freya's brain processes all of that. Huh.
Well, Freya, you're some kind of trapeze.
No, shakes head, shakes head, shakes head.
I like the menagerie, but I also think the strangers could work.
Strangers. We are strange.
Motley?
Exactly.
I
Freya's
still
like,
say we wait on the name.
it might not be a
Oh,
bad
yeah,
idea
it's
until
so
we get.
boring.
Might not be a bad idea until we get kind of a grasp of what kind of group we are. She looks around. I do not think anyone but me is out here for heroics. Air quotes.
Oh, I'm totally out of here for heroics now.
Fine. We'll leave the name, and maybe people will call us something other than assholes.
I would hope so.
They call you heroes.
But, well, we can't just go around calling ourselves the heroes.
Why
That
not?
feels pretentious.
Yeah, like, ooh, we're the heroes. Oh, who says?
They
Was that?
did.
Yeah.
You don't know anything about Brandon?
What do you know about branding?
I know it
They,
involves fire.
uh, yeah, that.
Wrong.
Nice.
Anyway, I'm gonna run around and see what I can find.
Okay.
Pontus fucks off.
So, what do you all want to do? Is there any scenes you want to have, or do you want to skip to the evening?
Uh, Pontus is basically gonna explore the whole area. Uh, um, like, get to know the town a little better.
Oh, does everyone want to get to know the town a little better?
Yeah, I think Freya's gonna go to church. If anyone would like to join me in going to church.
Ah, who wants
Yeah,
to join
sure,
Freya
why
in
not?
going to touch?
Why not?
Church girl gonna go church. I get
Mhm.
home field advantage.
Part of why Pontus decided to ditch you.
I am going to pray.
I need to pray.
If I will pray for the safety of this village and the betterment of our goals.
No,
And
I'm
for
just
Pontus to
thinking-
go away.
No, I'm just thinking of that Vine and stuff. uh, I there was a Vine and everything that was just I want a church girl to go to church and read our Bibles.
I
I'm
will.
not doing it justice and stuff, but
I will read the Bibles, as this is assumably not a church for my God.
No.
This is
Yeah,
not a church of Gozra.
Well,
Goza.
I'll find out.
Gozra.
I'll be back.
I highly doubt that it is a church of the, like, sea god.
Well,
To be fair, Gozra isn't the most obscure god you could have taken.
No, but I feel like it fits that Freya picked a chaotic god for her lawful good ass.
no,
Absolutely.
it is a church of ghosts, right?
What the fuck?
No shit. Okay.
Really?
There are 6 different deities worshipped. 6 most worshipped deities in the region: Abaddon, Desna, Rastal, Gilzray, Serenray, and Shilin.
Well, fucking hell, I'm gonna go to the Gozra Center. Apparently, I'm like, yeah! Seaweed!
Building provides chapels for all of them in a communal forum, in a way. 6 different churches on one impressive roof. Pretty big cathedral. It's a very big building.
Fucking Freya's in having the time of her life. She's gonna go talk to people about her god. And they're gonna be people who want to listen about her god.
Does anyone else want to be in the scene? Do you
I
want to
don't
just
think it's
sit?
gonna be a scene. I need to be RB, so
Okay.
it can be a scene if we want to when I get back. Otherwise, yeah.
What is someone else doing? If you want, I can plot down some locations.
Hmm. It, I know that Yagadasa also went to the church,
Okay.
although Hatter's muted right now.
Some locations.
think actually and stuff, I might need to drop out and stuff.
Oh, what's up?
It's just that it's getting really close to my bed.
That's fair.
And I'm fading.
That is fair. Do you wanna? Can you stick around for like 30 minutes, or is it just you gotta go?
I mean, y'all can keep playing and stuff if it's just little scenes here and there and everything. It's not
Okay.
like it's anything like big plot importance.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, that was gonna be something big plot important at the end, but it's okay. We can take that at the beginning of the next session.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll talk to you all later.
Later.
Thank you for playing with us.
Yeah. What's fun?
So does anyone else want to do something?
Pontus is just wandering around, and if he runs into anything, that's fine.
Okay. You run into 17, which is a place. Do you want to hear about any of these places? Do you want to explore the town?
Pontus will mostly be getting an idea how the roads are laid out,
Okay.
and just what sort of various shops and shit are around.
There is bottled solutions at 17.
Right, lovely.
Over here you ran past the Carpenters Guild down at 24. At 15, you found the Red Dog Smithy.
Right. Actually, Pontus thinks for a moment, and then steps in
Okay.
to the smithies.
There are 2 or 3 big red mastiffs around the entrance to the Red Dog Smithy.
Oi, hello.
They like you walk in. There is a bald, powerfully muscled man in the behind a counter. You could see a big workspace behind him. Some of it uncovered because he needs that for the heat, the sheer heat of the forge. He looks at you, and he looks a little annoyed.
I want a really good spear.
Want a really good spear? What
Yeah.
kind of spear? That spear. What spear?
Hang on, hang on.
Fishing, hunting.
Pontus
Killing.
is going to take out a journal and draw an approximation of the spear that Freya uses.
Hammer.
Sorry, wait, I'm an idiot. Sorry. I want a hammer. And we'll draw the approximation of Freya's hammer.
You walk in here and say you want a spear and then change your mind to a hammer. Ugh.
I'm sorry. I'm a giant asshole.
Sure. Okay.
This kind of Warhammer type dealie. A really good one.
Ah,
What the hell's this guy's problem?
a sun hammer. I usually I do horseshoes and buckets, but you know what? Been getting into weaponsmithing. I can do this for you.
Okay.
Uh, yep. This will take some time. Unless you want one of these, and he points to a wall where some regular hammers. Some of them, there's a sledgehammer there. It's you could improvise it, but yeah. Um, but that's not a Lassonde hammer. So he looks at your drawing. And he goes over to his smithy and he starts hammering. And between hammers, he talks. He says, Das. Don't. Das covert. Ting. You may have heard of me.
Have I heard of him?
Yes. The local children have recently been circulating a somewhat cruel rhyme about Das that they taken to chanting at Hope Squares, a yeah, Hop Squares. You heard it. It goes something like this. I don't know what the melody is. So it goes something like this. Here comes crazy man Das Covert. Mad as a cut snake in a wagon rut. See how his chops go bouncy bounce? How many people has he trounced? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, you're the one that's mad as a snake in a rut or whatever.
Game kids.
I don't care as long as he can make a good hammer.
I can make a good hammer for you, alright.
How much would it cost to get like a really good one?
Really good one.
I already
Have
have a
to work on it.
masterwork hammer, by the way.
I'd have to work for it for probably at least a month.
Damn it. What sort of really good hammer can you make?
can make exactly that kind of hammer you want.
Oh, no, that wouldn't be a good gift for her. She's already got that.
I can make other hammers too. What kind of
Maybe.
hammer do you want?
I don't know. What do you give the girl who's got everything?
I give everything. You know what? I asked that myself. Sometimes.
She don't like my singing or my dancing. What do you get your girl?
I give my wife stability.
Oh, I definitely can't give her that.
I give my wife a steady income, steady hammer, and a steady. I don't have any more steadies to give.
Yeah, I can think of something. Well, if that's the case, I know you're not a Fletcher or anything, but will you be able to make me some arrowheads?
Yeah, I can do that.
Right. How much will a couple arrowheads from him cost?
Yeah, he has some around. They cost standard ammunition for whatever the fuck you're buying.
So if it's 20 arrows, I believe that'd be 1 gold.
1 silver piece for 10.
Oh, damn, I was wrong. Okay. Then Pontus will take 10.
It's actually less than that, but if you want 4 arrows, which he can sell you 4 arrows,
Oh.
you can get 20 for 3. He's upselling because he's not an arrow. He's not a Fletcher.
Hell yeah. Pontus will pay the 3 silver. I'm gonna throw these at people. I imagine he gets a very confused look.
Weirdo.
And Pontus will leave and look for a different shop, but switch to anyone else who has a scene.
Mm-hmm. Who else wants a scene? Or do you want to skip / end the game?
I mean, if no one else has anything, I am at the church and I'm back.
Yes.
Curious to see what Gorez's presence here is at the church.
Yes. You find that most of the people worshiping Gozre are fishers and farmers.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Absolutely. Um, and you so yes. You find it's quite naturey. There are priests here if you want to talk with them. And yeah. Let me read a little bit in one thing. Okay. You are led to the west wing, which is towards the sea. So it's not very far. You're led right inside to the shrine of Gozre, and feel free to describe what that is like.
What it's like to pray to how Freya prays to Gorez and all that.
Yeah, like what do you want?
Well, I think she is gonna go up to one of the people in charge of and all that. She'll be the terrifying 7-foot hunk of metal that she is, and definitely walk up.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Oh wow, you're singing.
It's kind of a thing.
Cool.
She nods. She'll dig into her little satchel on her side and pull out her holy symbol that she would definitely have.
Oh, neat.
Nod, nod.
you uh you you like a big one or like a small one?
I am a paladin of
Oh
Goza.
wow. You haven't had a paladin come by in a while. Usually they're like off wherever.
Well, you see, I am off wherever just happens to be here. Big old
Okay.
smile.
Ah, yes. You know, wherever the wind takes you. Oh, I guess the currents, you know.
She was legitimately about to say that and just nods.
Well, you will be happy to know that you found the head priest of Gozere. Um, tis I, Bob. Um,
Bob?
as you can see, yes, I'm Bob, the head priest of Gozere in this town. As you can see, um, um, I can't really get around very much easily because I'm I'm not that good at getting around, and also because my legs don't work very well. Anyway, um, but I stay here and I watch the seas and I organize the uh the the folks who come by, and I'm a big fan of the the folks, and I'm a big fan of the Sky Father. Yeah.
She nods. Well, while I'm
I'm sorry,
here,
I have a bit of a cold right now, so
it's perfectly okay. While I was here, I thought I would do what I could to help around.
oh yeah, helping around. Oh, that's fantastic, you know? So, we've been having trouble with a little flooding in the outdoors areas around the church. Uh, and also, I've been having needing to get help organizing some books recently. We have a lot of books on nature, and it's I I make a thing of lending them out, and people come back and just kind of leave them. They don't really know where they need to go, and I've been having trouble reaching the high shelves. So, uh, you look tall. Do you think it is that the kind of helping out?
She nods. Anything you
Awesome.
need, be it by hand or
7 foot
sword or
tall,
hammer.
tall fish girl seems tall.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Um, okay. Well, in that case, I will uh and Bob, who has been sitting down on a bench, just kind of scoots over with using his arms to lift him up. Uh, yeah. Okay. I need. Um, he whistles, and um, a uh, large, unusually colored hog walks in, looks around. It's not a regular hog. It's an unusually colored hog.
Here's the thing, you started the
Um,
word with a huh sound, and I was waiting for you to say an unusually colored horse, and I was gonna lose my mind.
no. And it walks over, um, goes, finds a saddle, puts it on, and walks over to Bob, who lifts himself up and gets on the back of the hog, and says, "Okay, okay. So, if you would follow me to the nature section of the church library."
She nods and
And
will
he
follow the pig.
starts leading the way. You know, Gozre is the one who helped me find my very good companion.
Smiles brightly.
My good companion Rob.
Out of character,
Um,
are Bob and Rob both nicknames you would use for someone named Robert?
yes.
Is
I don't
this
know
Robert the
about
man and
names.
Robert the pig?
I mean, could be, could be.
It's a Bob all the way down. Anyway,
um, uh, um, okay. Well, you are very tall, and as much as I can teach uh, a divine hog, I cannot teach a divine hog to reach the high shelves. Um, do you need a stepping stool? I can get one for you.
how tall are
The
these
shelves are
shelves?
the shelves are tall enough that you probably need a stepping stool. Uh, there's a ladder. You don't need that. Um,
She'll
Bob goes and
nod.
fetches the stool, and you get to work.
She begins doing work for the church, as she tend to do.
Um, Bob will tell you of how Gozray was really helpful as a ideal and a hope to strive for in a world that seemed very difficult to navigate without uh, strong legs and eventually without um, legs that he could walk on. Um, and yeah, like he finds nature to be very interesting, and yeah, um, he asks for your stories. He kind of collects them
Hmm?
since uh, not everyone has the accommodations for a large hog.
Um, this will be a mistake. Freya will tell him her stories in the only way that I could feasibly think of doing it. By singing.
Oh wow, you do a fantastic
She will
song.
just kind of recount not the tragic shit with Pontus, but like
Okay.
her work in the seaweed fields and with the
Mm-hmm.
church and her training and you
Mm-hmm.
know she'll even mention that she is by accounts while a mermaid is also an of angelic blood.
Oh yeah, like Rob.
I suppose you are right.
All right, go on.
And she will go on.
Um, at the end of the story, Bob will be very moved, very happy, excited to hear another story. Um, Bob is kind of a nerd, but like a nature nerd. So
It's very nice for a neutral good and lawful good followers of the chaotic. I think it's just pure chaotic god, if I'm not wrong.
yeah,
These two people who
yes,
are not aligned with their god, but are like, yeah, we love this guy.
yeah, we love this guy, cool guy.
God, like, I guess. Whatever. You have a pig.
Uh,
What else have a pig?
yeah,
I've actually
whatever. Have a pig.
I've seen some
Oh,
like
oh,
art of Goza, and they've like some interesting showings of like being made of water or something.
mhm,
Like there's some neat designs.
yeah.
I also remember
Some.
reading that seaweed is relatively important,
Oh yeah.
if I remember right.
A lot of plants. I would not surprise me if seaweed was especially important.
I mean, specifically for Freya, at least, who, you know, lived under the
Yes.
sea, and I imagine her church was in a seaweed field.
Yes. Uh, Absolutely. And you nerd out about your your DNA.
Yeah.
Bob is moved to tears by your story.
Aw. I continue not to tell him about the part where I was assaulted by the elder gods.
Yeah, Bob is not moved to sad tears. Bob is moved to, oh, that's a cool story tears.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you do that. Is there anything else you want to do here?
I mean, afterwards, I'll probably go look at like the flooding he talked about,
Yeah,
if that's something I can deal with.
there's some areas of grass outside here, and they've been a little down, and the rock underneath hasn't been good at absorbing the water. So there's been a little flooding of the flower fields.
Um, Using my hammer, would I be able to kind of carve, avoiding flowers or anything necessary? Would I
You
be
want
able to
to dig
like,
a ditch?
like a ditch that, like, because if I imagine it's around like this area or this area or whatever,
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fair.
maybe use my hammer, avoid anything important, but like kind of lead a ditch. Oh, it's over here. Hmm. Yeah, I'm not
It's
really going to be able to lead it to water.
their part overlooks the sea.
Okay. Yeah, she'll do what she can to like help with like either pack the ground and make it a bit more sturdy, or um you know, do what she can to avoid the flooding.
Do you
Um
have a relevant skill here? Maybe a background skill?
um did I grab anything useful? Um Swim. Um Survival actually might make sense.
Try survival.
That's that's decent. Could be better, but
You
could be
you
worse.
you figure a solution, and you do the hard labor of that it requires.
Yeah,
It is
I
not
take as much
a
time as is required.
Yeah, it is not a solution that is like, oh, I'm an engineer and an architect and I can figure out I'm a landscape architect or whatever. No, it is a you know how to get water away from here, and it is by doing some work. Bob will help you, uh, and so will Rob, when however directed, uh,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and yeah.
Despite not being underwater, Freya is used to very long hours of just doing work.
Mhm.
Even if she wasn't particularly the most favorite person in the church she was at, she was one of the most driven people.
Mhm.
Just kind of did things that needed done.
Very, very good.
Mm-hmm. That's all I have.
Uh, Spirit, do you have anything?
If Aspiri is not still BRB.
It is okay. If his spirit is still BRB. Adam, do you have anything?
No.
No, you do not have anything. Okay. Okay. In that case, is everyone tired? Do you want to go to bed?
It might be.
I'd actually,
What's
again?
that?
I would actually prefer if we kept playing.
Okay. Um,
We can do a little
We
bit
haven't
more.
even been going for 3 hours.
that is fair.
That's fair.
And I also I don't feel like we've actually really gone anywhere with the story.
No. Okay. You were invited to the Rusty Dragon in the evening, unless anyone wants to do anything before that. Speak up or whatever would you say?
If everyone else wants to end the session, I'm cool with that. It's just I would prefer if we kept playing.
Yeah.
I think we can keep going a little bit longer.
And we shall continue.
Hmm.
You arrive at the Rusty Dragon. Dragon. Dreadful. Uh, and yes. Eli, are you muted?
Pontus would have kept going around until the time came, looking for something to buy, but probably not finding it.
Okay.
Freya will come in after a long, long amount of work.
And you are here, and someone else is here.
I imagine she is.
Can we get food for us that includes her that's free?
Yes.
I said that really weird,
Mm-hmm.
but I hope you understood what I meant.
I
Yes,
got it.
I got it. She actually is over here. She's talking with a makeup, and she nods at Ameko, looks at you, chats a little, and then nods again, and then she walks back. Walks towards you. Says, "Oh, hi everyone. Thank you so much for coming. I heard from Ameko that you're particularly heroes. I appreciate you being good to my friend.
Smile and nod.
I have ordered something for myself and a little for a few extra. If there's anything you want, I'm sure a waiter will be by."
But we get free food and drink here for like 3 weeks.
Oh, nice.
Give me ground stuff that comes from the ground.
Very nice.
Pontus, you've had potatoes, right?
Yes, so I have had potatoes, but that can't be the only thing what comes from the ground.
How about turnips?
No. What's a turnip?
I'm just gonna call the bartender and ask for a turnip because they have to have a turnip.
The halfling comes by and takes your order of one turnip.
And I will order normal food and drink.
Yeah, everyone gets food and drink. Leaves again, comes back with a turnip and drinks. And Pontus, it is some sort of tubular root. You have seen things kind of like them, but they grow usually in the water. Like not underground the raw water.
Opens mouth, gets turnip stuck in mouth.
Yeah, as you're about to eat it, he will put that. They're usually very hard. Be careful. Oh, sorry.
Are there? Is there more than one turnip? By chance,
Yes, there's a few turnips.
Freya hears you say that and picks one up and just kind of crunch like an apple.
There's 3 turnips. One of them has been cut out and quickly prepared. Since you explained you wanted example turnips. Um,
Rakuta has never had a turnip. Time to get him a turnip. Has he had mushrooms?
No, he has not.
Oh, I'm gonna change his life.
yeah.
He's had corn. What else grows? I'm trying to think of like what plant grows in the ground that he would. Carrots. Has he? He's had
Yep.
carrots. He's had carrots.
Yeah, I think he's had at least one carrot.
I feel like the meat we have probably comes with carrot.
That makes sense. Like a meat stew.
Yeah, potato, turnip,
Absolutely.
beet. Does beets?
Yes.
But yeah,
Constantly
mushrooms.
eating waste. Constantly eating all the ground things.
Rutabaga.
Freya
Mhm.
continues to eat the turnip like an apple, which
Ginger.
probably is not capable for most people.
Just raw ginger. Oh. Oh. Like, I changed his life by giving him mushrooms, and then I ruined his life by giving him raw ginger.
Holy fucking shit!
Freya adds some ginger to her turnip and continues.
And then I see how strong his palate is by giving him horseradish.
You're
don't,
gonna kill this man, and he's gonna love it.
I don't know. I don't know if I've eaten raw turnip, but
I don't think you're supposed to, and from what I
You
just
can,
heard,
but you're not supposed to.
from what I heard, you're also
some
not
of them-
generally able to just crunch through turnip with your teeth.
No, usually they're so hard that it has been known to damage teeth, like to physically break your teeth. Like some of them can be really hard. You're supposed to boil them first, or
Too
cook
bad.
them in some way to soften.
Too bad I am a shark.
Mm-hmm.
You probably take several of your teeth, to be honest, because you are a shark.
yeah.
And
But
that's
she just
not even like
spits
in the
them out.
awful way, just kind of a, oh, that happens again, they'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, because they just right back. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I love Angelfish, Shark Lady. Truly a wild lady.
Um.
Gotta love normal ass elf watching 2 fish people experience land food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at the normal ass elf and just be like, they are eccentric, but you get used to it.
This is okay.
It's late in the day, right, Ellen?
Yes, it's evening.
Cool. I summon like clearly like I'm holding out my hand and I summon a pair of nunchaku.
Can you not only summon? Oh no, you can. You
I
have...
just declare what type of weapon I'm summoning and I summon it. So I declare
Yeah.
nunchaku. And I summon a pair of nunchaku and I sketch them out on my papers.
Yep. Absolutely.
He looks at you like what? Raises an eyebrow as you hold a pair of nunchaku.
Are they just like two pieces of wood on a chain, or are they actually like something fancy to them?
They're like actual weapons, but
Yeah. But like, are they just plain weapons, or like someone has
they're
like
not
done?
they're not masterwork, but they're actual weapons. Like they're however fancy you want them to be, but they're not masterwork.
I I sketch. I'm just trying to figure out if I'm just sketching like a normal pair of nunchaku, or like someone like engrave them, or like draw something on them, or do they put a little
Then it's
bow
up
on
to
one
you.
end? Okay, cool. I'm just gonna sketch them.
Hmm.
Oi,
You can make them fancy if you want to. You can make them out.
ooh, you're doing a drawing thing, eh? I, Freya, describe a cool weapon and then you draw it.
Hold up. All right.
Uh, you say that, and Freya puts a hand to her chin and is like,
Hold on. Wait. I want to do a thing first before you start describing. Wait, sense motive, not insight.
Yeah, you probably get that Pontus wants to learn what sort of weapons Freya thinks are cool.
Yeah. Yagados looks at her and goes, "Actually, describe to me a weapon that you would love to have. Something beautiful."
Freya, thanks. Her weapon of
Is it
choice.
is it another? I was gonna
Say
say, is
again?
it just another warhammer, but really fancy?
So, obviously, the Lucrine hammer is Freya's weapon of choice. She has the falchion as well because it's useful to have something that's closer range. But she's actually going to describe something different because you see, the weapon of my god is the trident. And I am not going to sing this because I cannot be fucking asked to.
You can sign it.
Yeah, she'll probably do something akin to that. She will describe a long pole arm like weapon with the shaft of the pole being a glistening silver engraved with different waves and lines across it, and as it leads into the weapon part, it branches off much like kelp patterns and hard bits that lead into 3 points. Also glistening silver, and each of the like prongs of the trident are shaped like shark teeth.
Wow, I rolled low.
It happens.
Wait, is art a thing I can take a 10 on?
Imagine.
Because isn't there only some things you can take 10s on?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, I would have rather
Have
taken
I
a
been
10 then.
muted?
I haven't
I
heard
don't
you the
know.
entire description.
What?
During that entire description, I did not hear you.
Okay.
But aside from that, I do not know.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, I'll take a 10 on that, so it's 18.
Okay. You do have a piece of that. Pretty good.
Yep. I put it on the table.
Awesome. And since it's paint, Pontus just opens up his journal, turns it upside down, and splat.
Uh, so
And
I use
pulls it
charcoal
away.
sketches.
Oh, right, okay.
Yes. You can keep it. You
Sorry.
can have it.
Okay, and Pontus will take it. I'm gonna throw this into the ocean. I'll roll bluff. Oh, that's bad. Pontus is not gonna throw that into the ocean.
Seems like an odd choice, but okay.
The ocean's where cool things go. Wait, that's not true. The land's where cool things go. I'll figure out where where I want to put it.
I choose to disregard that. I don't want Freya to roll good. Um,
Fair.
Freya does not care.
That's reasonable.
You're doing your thing, and she will respect you and your decision to want a drawing of a trident, I guess, and to throw it away.
And Pontus will keep it.
Nice.
And just spend the rest of the night eating various roots and fungi. At some
Good.
point, Pontus just bites into a ginger root. It's the most horrible thing you've ever seen.
Freya
How
at
does he
one
like it?
point, Freya at one point has a watermelon slice and eats it backwards.
Yeah, that makes sense.
When Pontus realizes that the ginger is ginger, he screams and sticks his head in the trough outside.
Nice.
All right. Okay. Okay. Maybe Yagodas is a little bit of a gremlin.
Our
Just a
gremlin
little bit.
ratio. By the way, Isfiri, if you have been saying things, you are muted.
I haven't been.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Okay. Well, I did bring you here to hear of your exploits, and also tell you about what's been going on. I have plenty of information to share if you want any.
Freya nods.
I do not describe any of our exploits because I have not been participating in them.
No, you've been there for some of them.
If the boar fight,
Mm.
when that comes up, I'll explain that that's when I showed up and helped them.
I
I
will
summoned
let
a magical glaive, and they told me to come help these people.
Pontus go hog wild.
Yeah, Pontus tells the story in a manner bordering on incomprehensible. He keeps going back and forth in the timeline whenever he remembers something or becomes distracted by something.
Mhm.
Mood.
Interesting. Huh. Oh, is that true? Wow. Ren, do you have anything to add?
I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay. Well, I have a lot of information about goblins. You want to hear about goblins?
Nods.
Hell yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since we've heard more of them fuckers might be around.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there are um uh there are 5 major goblin tribes in the region. Closest to Saint Point are the bird cruncher goblins who live in caves along the western edge of the Devil's Planet.
I'm going to guess they hunt birds.
Yes. Oh, yes, they do, and they do crunch them.
Well, you have to give it to the goblins. They're very clear on what they're about.
Um. Oh. I need to. Oh. Yeah. I think think I might have been a bird cruncher once. Beelbum says. Okay. Well, they are the least aggressive of the 5, so that's good.
She's gonna say that she's been part of every single one.
Mhm.
To the south are the Lake Toad goblins of the Brinestump Marsh. Pests who are excellent swimmers. East are the Seven-Tooth goblins of Shanks Wood. They have secured a place for themselves by raiding Saint Point's junkyard and rebuilding the stolen refuse into armor and weapons. Pesky little buggers. Further east are the Mosswood goblins, the ones that attacked the farm. Probably the largest tribe, but traditionally held back by feuding families within their own ranks. And finally are the Thistletop goblins. Live on the Nettlewood coast atop a small island that some say, I'm not quite sure, holds a passing resemblance to a decapitated head.
Freya like looks up as that is said, like what?
What?
She will sign
Oh.
decapitated head.
Yeah, some people think the island looks like a decapitated head. I'm not quite sure. From some angles, maybe. I can see it.
Well,
Kind of round.
Beetleborn, which one attacked Centerpoint?
All of them.
Oh,
That's what's worrying me.
that seems
Yeah.
unusual.
From what? No offense, Beetlebum, but don't goblins usually not do that?
So
Yeah, usually we don't do that. But there's a new boss.
Right.
Oh, okay. A new boss. Speaking of bosses, goblins generally live short, violent lives. It's unusual for a single goblin to achieve any real measure of notoriety. But when one does, it's damn well earned. Currently, at the time, 6 goblins in the region enjoy the status of being quote unquote goblin heroes. At just hero. Yeah, goblin heroes. Um, First of them is Big. Well, not in chronological order. I'm just ordering them however I think of the first that comes to mind. Big Gugmut is a usually muscular and tall goblin from Mosswood who is said to have had a hobgoblin for a mother and a wild boar for a father. Korovas was a champion of the Seven-Tooth tribe, as well known for short temper as he was for his prized possession, a magic sword sized for a human, that he stubbornly kept as his own, despite the fact that it was too large for him to properly wield. He was he Korovas vanished several months ago after he supposedly discovered a secret hideout in a cave along the cliffs. But I think maybe the Seven-Tooth Goblins are convinced he's still out there, some sort of ghost, or worse, waiting to murder any goblin who tries to discover his hideout. I mean, I've just been overhearing rumors. Walker is a notorious goblin cannibal who lives in the brine stump marshes. Hero mostly to goblins other than the Licto tribe. Rendwaddle Gutwood is a very large goblin, not as big as Korovas, but certainly a big one. He's the chieftain of the Brinestump Goblin, a very bad guy who's said to never leave his throne. Rip Nugget is the leader of the Thistletop Goblins and controls what the 5 tribes agree is the best lair. I don't agree. And then there's Brutasmus. Yeah, Brutasmus, an infamous bugbear ranger who lives in northern Nettlewood and often visits the 5 tribes to trade things he's stolen from caravans for alcohol, news, and magic arrows. He also has a particular hatred of elves. She pauses for 5 seconds. Which we have fought on for several occasions. I'm sad to say that I haven't bested him yet, but won't be the first to fall. He's my rival.
Hmm.
Do you know anything about any of these fuckers?
I know about them. Who are you talking to?
Beetlebum.
I know about them. But I don't know them.
Well, I probably asked this already, but what do you know about the leader, dude?
Well, Rip Nugget and I haven't really met. I just kind of train the dogs, you know.
No. I think they mean the nude Longshank.
Oh, no, never met him.
Yeah,
Don't even
am
know
I
who
wrong?
that
Looks
is.
up on this.
Oh, what was that?
That's who you meant, right?
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, at least we know he's a tall fucker.
Yeah. Well, no. Wait. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Well, there's not much we can do about them, considering we are meant to stay in town for at least a couple of days.
Yeah. Oh. Um. But yeah, that is true. I'm very glad you were able to. Sorry, I'm tired.
We can call it.
Yes, I think we should call it. I think I'm too tired.
I think this is a decent place to call it.
And we can finish this dinner scene when we got code again.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think this has been a nice episode of Rise of the Rune Lords. Join us again next time when we deal with whatever this is. Don't forget to do all the diddly-do down below. And until next time, goodbye.
Bye.